Defense. It's Pete Hegseth. And he doesn't believe that germs are real. He doesn't believe germs are real. This is this guy right here. He's just been made, this is for real, he's just been made the Secretary of Defense. He's a Fox News host. He's served in the military, but they're saying that means that he could be Secretary of Defense. This guy's a dumbass. This guy's a huge dumbass. Here he is on Fox News. Fox and Friends, contributor.
I told you, my 2019 resolution is to say things on air that I say off air. I don't think I've washed my hands for 10 years. Really, I don't really wash my hands ever.
Help me!
No, I inoculate myself.
She's leaning away from him immediately.
It's just not, germs are not a real thing. I can't see them, therefore they're not real.
So you're becoming immune?
Yeah. He can't see him. That's great. That's great stuff.
A host of Fox News has confessed
this got picked up at the time, I guess,
that he hasn't washed his hands for 10 years because germs aren't a real thing. Pete Hegseth's his name. He says the infectious microorganisms don't exist because they can't be seen with the naked eye. He's a Harvard graduate, and he said this during a segment on Fox News when people were making fun of him for eating leftover pizza.
For eating leftover pizza. Anyway, here's his face. This is the one fucking picture we have of this guy. Is this shit-eating grin, literally, because he doesn't wash his hands? He doesn't wash his hands. He has trillions of fucking germs in his mouth every day. So anyway, you know, this mixed with RFK Jr. is not going to be a good fucking scene. They're all going to get fucking typhoid fever and whooping cough in the White House. The president's going to die of pertussis. He says it inoculates himself. He had guys on the internet saying, I'm with you on hand washing. I'm almost 70 and haven't had a cold or flu in years. Our bodies need some germs to learn how to fight them. Too many germaphobes out there.
Have a fantastic day.
Donald Trump is a germaphobe. A self-described one. This is not found. This guy deleted his account. I wonder if Pete Hegseth would be cool with restaurant workers preparing his food after deliberately not washing their hands. Probably. Because it makes him stronger. That's how you get strong, is to get food poisoning. Mr. Hegseth said that it was intended to be a joke. So he's like, I was just kidding about the not washing my hands thing and being really earnest about that. Trump's probably going to die of lead poisoning. Any cause at this point would be delightful. Kind of hoping it's an embarrassing one, though. Like he just keels over while he's at the podium or whatever. Like in front of everybody, just fucking falls over. That would be awesome. We live in a society where people walk around with bottles of Purell, a hand sanitizer, thank you, in their pockets, and they sanitize 19,000 times a day as if that's going to save their life. 19,000 times a day. This is before COVID hit. He was ahead of the curve on, I'm not a sanitary person. Look, I don't really like hand sanitizer either, but I like to wash my hands. I worked in food service for a long time, man. Food safety is important, dude. You can get fucked up. You can kill people. It's not a joke. Your shit is lethal. We take sewage very seriously until someone else takes over the FDA, and then then we don't. I take care of myself and all that, but I don't obsess over everything all the time. This is him saying essentially he doesn't wash his hands after he shits. It's not like unless I poke through, I'm not washing my hands. Of the public reaction, he said it was ridiculous how people took things so literally and seriously. The U.S.-based Center for Disease Control and Prevention says regular hand washing is one of the best ways to remove germs, avoid getting sick, and prevent the spread of germs to others. You don't say. According to a scientific study published by the U.S. National Center for Biotechnology Information, 1 gram of human feces, 0.03 ounces, about the weight of a paperclip, can contain 1 trillion germs. I wasn't kidding when I said 1 trillion germs. See? Although I was thinking of a whole turd, though. But that's okay. Just shove your hands right into the asbestos. It gives you super lungs. 1 trillion germs on your butt, from your butt. Bacteria that can be spread by unwashed hands include Salmonella and E. coli. U.S. President Donald Trump, who has given more interviews to Fox than any other major network, has admitted on several occasions to being a germaphobe. Yeah. It's like BBC wrote the article from 2019 from my brain today, because I said that too. In his 1997 book, The Art of the Comeback. Oh no. If you're famous enough, they just let you do stuff. They'll literally be like, I don't know, fucking run for president. It doesn't matter. It's not a serious place we live in. I think there's a little bit of like letting go of the idea of America as anything other than failed up to this point. You know what I mean? Like, it just sucks. It's a sucky place, and it needs to be better. And this isn't the way. Putting poo-poo on our hands and snorting it. You're not gonna make the art of the comeback. The art of the comeback of fucking listeria outbreaks. One of the curses of American society is the simple act of shaking hands, and the more successful and famous one becomes, the worse this terrible custom seems to get. I happen to be a clean hands freak. I feel much better when I thoroughly wash my hands, which I do as much as possible. I mean, you don't have to like do it as much as possible, but you should do it. You should do it after you you go around doing any yucky stuff before you go putting them in your mouth. Just think about it. It would seem that attending Harvard and Princeton might provide knowledge, but obviously not any sense. Not washing your hands at all for 10 years strikes me as reckless disregard for other people's health. I agree. But also, even just your own. I don't think, call me crazy, I think we should have guys with some kind of understanding of anything. Like, he's just a doofus.
As I told you, my 2019 resolution is to say things on air that I say off air. I don't think I've washed my hands for 10 years. Really, I don't really wash my hands ever.
Just disgusting. Like, it comes across as like not a joke, but sort of a thing he has been saying. Whatever. Anyway, now I don't want Republicans to touch me with their sticky hands. They stopped believing in all reason. They just got poo hands, all of them. That's really the future we have to live in. It was masking versus non-masking. Now it's going to be like, do you wash your hands after you shit or not? What kind of American are you? I guess in Civil War. What kind of American are you? You take a shit and wash your hands, pussy? What are you, some kind of fucking liberal? Washing your poop hands? Fuck, man. It's gonna be like so fucking dumb. People are gonna die because they're dumb.